need, especially if it's not even new sorcerers or if it's just anyone in general. We do need to work together as one. I do not mind helping out, with training other people. I'm not the best. I do try my best. I do help around when I do see other new sorcerers. And I give them 10, 50 moon bags and I show them around and introduce them to whatever sorcerers I see. And I also make sure that they are part of the scroll so they are in tune to us, and I let them know when we have meetings and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So I do the best that I can. And I do think we do need a structure. And I do, like I said, have a lot of plans of making events and stuff for the sorcerers to help us
Hmm.
bond and unite as one.
All right. Um, we'll go to John next. John. Oh,
For
and
me,
Wednesday, how many moons have you seen?
I am almost to 74. I don't know if you heard that.
I did, thank you. John, let's pick your brain a little bit, sir.
so honestly, I mean, from what I would want is just like at least to get some information, even if we don't divulge it out, right? Like where we keep it to ourselves. It's just like know what's going on, because at this point, I don't know what's going on,
Hmm.
and I mean
So
at
you want to
least
see some transparency.
yeah, exactly, and it's some bonding. Because I was
Hmm.
talking to a few people, they're like, oh, we don't really see sorcerers hang out with each other. Sorcerers are with vampires, lycans. They hang out with everybody but their own race. There's no unity between them.
Hmm.
So I mean, I feel like some bonding. It doesn't have to be training, right? I know,
Yeah.
like a couple days ago to like a week ago, I kind of had a crash out. It doesn't have to be training that bonds us. It can be anything. It's something
Yeah.
that we do together.
Okay.
So, can I ask you a question? What kind of information are you looking for that you want divulged to you? Because
I mean, like general information, like, hey, we might be getting something. We have something in the works. Look forward to it. Keep up your moons. Just stuff like that. It
but
doesn't have
we
to
tell
be
you that
super.
stuff, and y'all just forget it, and then ask the same question
Yeah.
over again.
Can I actually speak on this a little bit?
Yes, go ahead, Soren.
So for me and transparency would just be like general updates of even what's happening in the public. Some people might be sleeping or doing some stuff.
As
So,
in,
and
What's
I'm
up,
about to get
Dastardly
to that.
County?
So like
I'm
when
about
they
to get to the
wake
nitty
up,
gritty
attend a
of it. They
meeting,
dancing
just be
around it.
like, hey, there was an inferno attack today in Willow Haven. Just be on your guard. There was another incident here in Willowbrook. Be on your guard. Like as of right now, for me, Inferno is nobody. I don't know who he is. I don't know what has happened. All I know is that there's been two troll attacks, and there's been talk about some Inferno guy. Is he a threat? Is he not? Like, who is
do
he?
you, do you know that those meetings are supposed to be private
What
and not
meetings?
the meetings on Inferno? If anything happened within Inferno, they're supposed to be private.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
okay. I understand that, but once there's a public attack in Willowbrook, that's not private.
Or during a
Hmm.
class.
It
so
So,
if
so in other words, you just want us to like when we see things as a group, kind of let each other know.
Yeah, just general updates. That's it. And
Hmm.
like I said,
but what if we
so
don't see anything?
well, then that's great. But then,
Hmm.
give an update that you didn't see anything. Been like, hey, has anybody seen anything? Does anybody have any updates? No?
But when I
Okay,
tell
that's
y'all
good.
that, y'all get mad again.
You want Sorcerer CNN breaking news.
So one thing we can do maybe when we have our meetings is like one of the first things we would say is, has anybody seen anything interesting? Has anything happened, since our last meeting? Just
Like
kind of
how
bring it up as an
Miss
open
Ranella
topic.
used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like, what is
so
it?
so you
I've
remember we
Go
remember
ahead.
that, right? Like how Miss Ranella used to do that after the meetings, and then people be like, "Can I go? Can I leave?" Remember?
It's best if we do that in the beginning instead of the end of the meeting.
Well, and another thing. So a lot of those people who did that are no longer here with us.
Nah, it wasn't those people. I can't lie.
Well, I
It
mean,
was
I
not.
never
Yeah.
once did it. I stayed until the very end of the meeting. I always wanted to listen.
Understandable, but you're just one person out of everyone here, so let's.
Right, but instead of pointing it out and being like, "Well, y'all, nothing's gonna change," blah blah blah. I mean, we're here. we're talking. Let's see if there can be a
No
change
one's
out of
saying
this.
nothing is gonna change. No one's saying that. I'm just saying, I'm letting you know the information so that y'all can see how it's been. The things y'all are saying has been put into place, so y'all can also, recognize it. But continue.
Right. I mean, in my eyes, I think really. I mean, truthfully, I love the sorcerers. I want to be at the meetings, but in the between the gaps of leveling, I'm like, all the meetings have also been utterly disappointing, utterly uninformational, and no need to come to them at all
Well,
whatsoever.
that's the plan to going forward. We're gonna. That's why I wanted to have this meeting. I wanted to hear everybody, what your thoughts are, what you would want, what you want to see and hear, things like that. Because, like for example, you mentioned about things that happened. Well, at my event that happened last night, we had an event with an individual that was quite possibly possessed. That's why the event kind of ended so abruptly. I don't know if anybody was there and saw the fire going down, and
Are you talking
there
about
was
Willowbrook?
yes, at the broom
Okay.
shop.
Yeah, the guy that was there, the hooded guy with the mask,
Mm-hmm.
I chased him into the woods, and I cornered him
Yep, that
and
was
was
me
like,
and you.
yeah, and then you showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You
And then there
cornered
was
a
a
random individual into the woods.
Yeah, we followed him and because he was ran off, and then I got a group of people to follow behind me with me, about 5 or 6 more people to make sure that he was going to be okay. And then that's when we brought the individual to the broom shop, and I closed it and locked the doors. And then I got the king and some other individuals in there and got them involved with what was going on. The individual was obviously possessed, but I don't know whatever happened after that because he
Oh
kind of
yes, I
disappeared.
remember that.
Hmm. So as far as like things you want to know, like that's something obviously like we could talk about, bring it up. Let now everybody here that wasn't there knows it happened.
right. And if somebody was like, "Oh, this is boring. I don't need to know." Well, then fuck
You
them.
know,
I
I
don't
mean,
give a shit
that's
about them.
some people do want to know, some people don't, but for as a whole, everybody's still going to hear it. For the ones that do.
Right. Yeah, and it's an option, be like, "Hey, we're going
Mm-hmm.
to touch on some like local news."
Mm-hmm.
But like
And
it doesn't have to be like the super classified stuff. Like I get that,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
But
the super
it
classified
could
stuff,
be
keep
like,
quiet.
yeah, but like, hey, be careful at the battle arena because yesterday Inferno attacked it. They're in a
Mhm.
class.
Or if some of y'all know my friend Suko, there was a vampire going around biting people, and he ended up removing individuals' teeth that night.
He took somebody's
So
teeth out their mouth.
sure
Their
did.
fangs, yeah, their
Their
fangs.
fangs. He ripped them out. Yep, that happened a couple nights ago. So like that'd be one of those things where it'd be like, hey, be careful when you've been around the vampires. They have a rogue vampire going around.
Well, that's something you divulge, information with each other, like you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do. Like how when Renella,
About to
like I said,
just
when
say
Renella
a
was bringing it up,
couple
you can
words
share things
here.
amongst each other about stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
nobody else shares anything.
But
Yeah,
see,
but
I've
I'm
so I've
glad I
talked
can.
with a couple other races, right? They have like a structured,
So here's
like
the
meetings.
thing: we're not the other races. You got to remember that.
Why
You
is
need
he
to talk
cutting
about
me
what's
No,
off?
happening here.
no, I get that, but other races are getting information that we get nothing of.
Like,
I don't know. They don't tell me, but they said they get information. We get nothing at these
so
meetings.
if they're not
That's
telling you they're getting information, how are you saying they're getting information without knowing the information that they're getting?
Like
'Cause they're not gonna
explain to
share
me
it.
how you explain their meetings though.
Because they're getting information and we don't.
okay,
But
pause.
what
And
information?
they also make their meetings where people want to go.
mm-hmm.
Like as of right now, I can't come to you and ask for a refill on potions or, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can go and get pearls, confusion potions, love potions. Like there's literally no need for me to come to a meeting until I am moon 85, and then I'm like, oh great, now I can go get something because now you're beneficial to me. You got to play into people's beneficial factor.
You want incentive to show up to a meeting where you want to be unified, is what you're saying to me.
I mean, ultimately, human nature is based off of incentive.
Or you
Everybody
just want
is.
to hang out with your friends.
Yeah, but if none of us are friends,
None of y'all are friends because y'all don't talk to each other. That's on you.
There's no bonding.
There's
That's
literally
also-
no
That's what
bonding.
I
That's
want to
also
change.
on you.
Oh,
That's what I
hold
want
on.
to change.
All
I
right,
mean,
but then
I bond with John, Cassidy, and Miles.
yeah, okay, but for you to sit there and just go, well, that's also on you. Well, I can easily just say the same thing. That's also on you.
It's
Yeah.
not, though.
If we're
Yeah,
not a
it's not.
collective
It's
coven,
not though. You know that, right?
if we're not a collective coven,
What the
it falls
hell?
on the
Then
leader.
what is your purpose?
Yeah, and
then?
No,
I'm
it
and I'm
doesn't.
not
The leader is
No.
supposed to show us the way.
okay. Pause. And
No.
I'm not actually pointing a finger at Salt and saying
on.
this is your fault. I'm just
Hold
saying
on.
for you to point a finger at us
on,
and
one at
say
a
it's
time.
our fault,
on, sorry.
we can
Hold on,
easily
hold on,
do
hold on.
the same.
Hold on, sir. Go ahead, Cassidy.
Okay. There has been multiple attempts to do like it just a get together with the sorcerers. Everybody has not gone to it. There's only been a select few of us that have gone.
Mhm.
So, yes, trying to get together and do stuff as sorcerers, that would be cool. But you also have to think sorcerers are more individual no matter what, even in a coven. And a lot of them get very cocky when they start getting more moons than their friends. And they start to think that they are way better
More
than
memes.
everybody else.
What? What?
I mean, if we wanted to, because
meat.
you know we want to unify. I know a lot of other species, their meetings are mandatory. Like you have, if you're available, you have to come to them. Like, and that's why you see a lot of them. Even if you're talking to them, hanging out with them, they'll be like, "Oh, there's a vampire meeting. I gotta go." You know, even if they're in an event, they will leave.
And again, to touch on Cassidy's point, more
Mhm.
reason for incentive. If you're that cocky of
But
a sorcerer,
what am I supposed to be giving you out of curiosity?
everything that we're talking about.
Like, what am I giving you? You're not saying anything. You're just
Yeah, I
saying I'm
did.
supposed to
Have you
give
not been listening?
Most
We're talking
times,
about transparency, information.
What information am I giving you if there's no information to
you
give?
couldn't come up with information.
I'm
think of
supposed to
stuff
make up
off of the
random
top.
information.
No,
Again, I'm
there's
not
a lot
pointing
of stuff
directly at
happening
you.
around.
I'm saying as a coven, like incentive as a
What
coven
was that?
to come in here.
Person.
Y-
Hello.
Is that Dante?
No, it's not.
No,
Everyone
that's
always thinks I'm Dante.
that's not Dante.
I am not
I got
Dante.
scared.
So you're saying you want incentive and information.
I
Did you need me to move really quick for you?
So when I said that we was giving
you're
information
okay.
out at the end of every meeting when Ronaldo was in charge of
And-
that segment,
and to be fair, no, it wasn't. I went to almost every single one of those meetings, and all she ever did was ask about school.
well, that's the information she had to divulge. She's only one person.
Right.
You also can give information you have. Anybody here can give out information. It doesn't just have to be her, by the way.
Right.
Okay,
Again,
so can we work better on just everybody just doing that?
Yeah.
Not just Vanilla,
Mhm.
everybody.
Yeah.
Inform everybody and stuff during every meeting. Even if I have to remind, I will don't remind people.
right. 100%. You know, because I mean, and again, not a personal attack,
Mhm.
but you could have ended the meeting with, does anybody have any information that they want to share? Any local news? Anything to watch out for? Any warnings? Any updates?
Or it can start at the beginning.
Yeah, we do. We usually do that at the end of the meeting. That's why I haven't done it in the beginning of the meeting. You guys literally ask to leave when that starts.
No, I don't. Well, again,
You personally may not.
right.
We're one person yet
Right.
again.
No, I've
True,
never
true.
asked for that.
But I don't
But
want to
like,
I don't
oh,
want to
can I
keep
go?
going on this. That's moving forward.
Mhm.
That's it's I've got it wrote down, and that we'll work on that. Soren, did you want to see a council?
Truthfully, I would love to see one.
Okay. And how many moons have you seen?
86.
And John, how many moons have you seen?
102.
And John, I know we kind of got away from you. What is your thought on a council? Is it something you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
with it helping like the newer sorcerers, it would be good.